Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where I am trying something different with the lighting. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have a dust particle problem. Or maybe I'm being haunted by a lot of ghosts. No, it's dust. Today we're covering Superman 11, Part 2, the Corinthville Caper, which is not a very accurate title. A dull, slow-moving, moderately confusing Superman story. Not comic, because it's only one part of the comic. So giant monsters are attacking Corinthville, which I have trouble saying for some reason, because I want to say Corinthianville because of the villain from Sandman, but it's Corinthville. This is one of these made-up cities or towns that are nearish to Metropolis that they sometimes get sent to. So Lois and Clark are sent there. While there, they meet a reporter by the name of Grant Fellows. Fellows believes that all these giant animals are coming from this lab belonging to a Dr. Carlstrom. So they go to the lab and Clark tries to climb the fence, but because he's pretending to be weak, he falls. After he falls, a woman dressed all in red named Carol, who is Dr. Carlson's daughter, is aiming a shotgun at them. When she finds out the reporter, she's perfectly fine letting them in and setting the record straight. Wow, she is really all over the place with this gun. Shoot intruders, but if you're a reporter, yeah, come on in. We don't really see much on the way of giant animals. Everything actually looks normal and fine for a lab, other than he's clearly testing stuff on animals he has in cages, so it sucks. But there's no signs of any giant animals, and everything seems normal. Lois says this would make an absolutely fabulous read. So far, it has not been. Nothing's happening. But once they leave, they get attacked by a giant ape. I mean, a giant, not King Kong size, but ogre size giant ape. Clark is able to get away and become Superman. You know, Superman, bright blue costume, red cape. And with one punch, he sends this ape what looks like airborne. So I'm pretty sure he killed that ape. And yeah, I know it's not a person, but it's still like an innocent ape. He didn't decide to become giant. After he deals with that, they get attacked by a giant snake. I've seen bigger snakes. He kind of just breaks the snake. He definitely kills that snake. So Superman has no empathy towards animals, especially if they're giant. Carol arrives to tell them that something has happened to Dr. Carlstrom. He's missing. But Superman is able to use his X-ray vision and find a secret tunnel underneath the lab. After sort of exploring it and not really finding all that much, Fellows tells him he saw the person who took Dr. Carlstrom. So Superman flies him around. He is definitely flying here. I know I've sort of ignored the fact and said he's pretty much flying, but when I was reading this, I was still kind of unclear. But he does a spin in the air. He can definitely fly at this point. There was no he can fly now in the comics. It just, he could fly in the comics. They did not draw attention to it. They go around, but Fellows doesn't see anything. But once Superman is restored to Clark, he says he knows something, but he's going to take them on to a cliffside. That's a giant red flag. So once on the cliffside, he reveals he took Dr. Carlstrom, and his entire plan here was he would release the giant animals so people would attack the lab. So they did have giant animals. So in all fairness, maybe we should do something about this lab? So people would essentially attack the lab, driving Carlston and his daughter out so he could get to the secret gold mine underneath the lab, because it's apparently full of gold, because it's a secret gold mine. This is basically a Scooby-Doo plot. Yeah, he didn't put on a costume or anything, but it's basically a Scooby-Doo plot. So now he's going to make Clark and Lois jump off the cliffside, killing them. I'm sure this will work out for him. And as soon as Clark goes down, he catches himself on a ledge and becomes Superman again. And once he's Superman, there's nothing Dr. Fellows can do because he's Superman. And all Dr. Fellows has is a gun. Everything's put to a stop, and I guess Dr. Carlson's allowed to work on his giant animal experiments. I mean, something really needs to be done by this mad scientist. I know he hasn't actually caused any harm to people, but he's causing harm to animals. And yeah, that's the story of the Corinthville Caper. There wasn't even a caper in this. There wasn't really much to say, just kind of a lot of things that go together and almost a loosely connected tie-in. It's not that loose, but it still feels like out of nowhere. There was a secret gold mine. Oh, by the way, as we know in a Superman story, if a mine's going to be in there, it's going to explode and Superman's going to have to break out. That actually did happen when he found the secret tunnel. It's so a thing that I totally forgot about it till this moment. nothing of this comic is sticking. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in Detective Comics or one of the stories in Batman. And until next time, let us ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And if it was a secret gold mine tunnel that, like, no one really had access to, couldn't he just, like, kind of sneak in there without it being a problem? I guess she had a gun. But still, how big is this gold mine? Have a great day.